Welcome to the Port City, Mobile, Alabama, home to the South Alabama Jaguars at Hancock Whitney Stadium, and we have been fired up about this match all week. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Rice Owls, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the South Alabama Jaguars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. He'll call for the fair catch here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Running back searching for a hole. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown. And that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often, and he picks up the big game.
And the Jaguars with the 1st and 10. Lopez to pass. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And when this quarterback is in a rhythm, this offense is really hard to stop. You've seen that on this drive. He's 3 for 3, but they're also running the ball well. Everything they're dialing up right now is working.
The Jaguars will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Moving out of the pocket. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that's a great job by this defense. You don't care about yards anymore. Yards are arbitrary. Let them drive down the field, so be it. You want to keep touchdowns off the board, and they might have just done that with a sack right there.
It's good. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Line gets set, first down. On the move, it's Jackson. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Quick completion to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in, week out, working on those critical down and distances, 3rd downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Well, and how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. On the move is the 30. And he's running in the open. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Got it in the middle, it's Bennett. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going now.
Quarterback gets the first down and more. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
These guys aren't human anymore. They got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Coming after him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Lopez wants to fire. Spits it out to the back. This time it's complete. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Trying to find his man on first down. Pressure coming. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
After the incompletion, here comes 2nd and 10 from the 32. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, and you see those sticks, and you're like, dude, third and short. Fall forward and get the first down, Palmer, but the defense comes up big and gets the stop.
So on offense, don't overthink this one. 4th and inches, just line up something easy you know you can execute in your sleep and go keep this drive going.
This is well within field goal range, but the kicker will stay on the sideline and the offense will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, South Alabama. The big tight end, always able to make the defense pay.
And tight ends have evolved so much in football. I mean, these guys are like wide receivers now, and you see why. Got the athletic ability, the big bodies, throw it to them, and they'll make big plays for them.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UCLA is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Terry Donahue, this has not been a blowout today inside the Rose Bowl. They're up by 7 over Florida. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. of the chute. Quick toss to the right. And there is nothing doing on that one. You got the completion and nothing else to show for it. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You've got to catch that and make that a pick.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice...
Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the...
Afterburners coming. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rice.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll return it. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Lopez to pass. Got his man out of the backfield. At the 35, he's loose. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Running to the left. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he slides after picking up the first down, but there is a penalty flag. Let's see who it's against. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Thomas.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Quarterback checking off. On third down, going up top. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They have been running ISOs in football since the beginning of time, right? They want to isolate that linebacker. A lot of times they're going to pull a guard. Great job by the defense seeing it, getting downhill, understanding where the ball's coming, going downhill, attacking it, and getting the big tackle for a loss.
They'll run play action. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's off to the races. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But, you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
Rice hoping to cash one in from the red zone. The lone back's got it. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? They'll try to bully their way for the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. This Rice offense has a nice-looking drive going. Got his man quickly. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown.
Big-time players make...
Oh, and they blocked it. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. Finally dragged down inside the 20-yard line. What a return. So they had the blocked extra point, had to settle for 6, and they hope the kickoff goes a little smoother. Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking deep. On target to the left. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The Jaguars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Lopez wants to fire. They're trying to get to it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires into traffic, picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Rice. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going in. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding to just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Jaguars will kick it off to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Finds Zach Priest, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. He'll do it himself. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
This is exactly why 3rd down is practiced every single day. 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. It's money down for a reason. You got to lock in. Great success by the offense so far on 3rd down.
Handoff to the single running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Moving away from pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the 3rd quarter and get a stop on 3rd, that should really help their confidence.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Jaguars send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. A low line drive and not his best work. He'll bring it back. It's Atkins. Touchdown, Owls! And the beatdown has ensued.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
The kickoff team is out there, and their #1 job is to make sure one special team's touchdown isn't answered with another one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. Lopez to pass. Got his man on the right. Obliterates him, still on the move. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Jaguars are in the hurry up. On second down, looking again to throw. Makes the catch. It's Bullock. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
What a disappointment. No good. Well, that's the way it goes sometimes. Missed field goal, still down by 24. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain.
All kinds of running room. The 20, 10, touchdown Owls. And the route is on.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Louisiana Tech is down right now, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born in Ruston today. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Hawaii. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Guys, we'll have another look at this South Alabama offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Moves away as he feels pressure. Pulls it in. Got a lot of running room. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or some safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Finds his big tight end. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Lopez wants to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the sophomore has to get that one out in front of his receiver.
His defensive linemen have tents in the backfield. Goodness gracious, they're camping out back there, hitting the quarterback time and time again. When you've sacked him this much, of course he's going to be flustered. Of course he wants to get rid of the football.
Intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward. Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they've got to try and take this running back away.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. South Alabama has it back. The Jaguar offense going to work. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Finds a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Lopez to pass. Moves around to clear up the vision. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Lets it fly. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Jaguars! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going, and maybe you can build on it.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Finds a little bit of room. Give him a couple down to the 23.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The option look. Now the pitch. Touchdown Owls! And the pummeling has started. They put another one on the board here in the 4th quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Jaguars offense ready to go back to work. They're going to test the right side with this one. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, then you open it up for the passing game.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Pirouettes away from the defense. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space.
A huge game. Probably would have loved to say this earlier in the game. Probably would have loved to have some of these runs and had a little bit more success running the football earlier. Now, I might think about maybe cranking the tempo and probably, if I'm going to need these runs, I'm going to need to go ahead and score on these runs, or I'm going to need to start chucking the football.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Tackled after picking up the first down.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
And the Jaguars are moving quickly down the field. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Wide out in motion. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Smashes through. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, I love the play call by the defense there on 4th down. They were expecting pass, and they didn't decide to just lay back and play zone coverage. They were going to dial up the pressure. They bring the blitz, and they just overwhelmed the offensive line and anyone else trying to protect that quarterback. He had no shot.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.